Assalamu alaikum and hello guys, Porag here. And in this quick session, let's talk about how we can count the frequency of each element in an array in JavaScript. Now there are multiple ways we can do that, and one way we could use is an object to hold the results. So let's take our array. So this is our number array, and we're going to count the frequencies of each of the elements. So let's take an object now. So this is our frequency counter object, and initially this object is empty. And before we move any further, let's check a property of this object. So let's assign it with a key called key and a value called value, and then log this object just to check if that works. So let's go to the console and let's run the code. And we can see in the console that our object has a key called key and a value called value. So now let's get back to the code and let's take a loop. So this is our for loop, and we're going to iterate the number ARR number array, and we're going to call each element number. So let's go ahead. So now we're going to use each element as key in our frequency counter object and use the ternary operator to check if the key already exists in our object. So now we are checking if this key already exists in our object. If that is true, we're gonna increase its value by 1. And if this key does not exist in our object yet, we're gonna create this key and assign 1 as value to this. This for loop will iterate over each element in our array and update the count for each element in the frequency count object. Now let's log the object again. Let's run the code. See that our frequency counter object has all the individual elements in our array as keys and their iterations as values. So you can see 5 occurred 6 times and the value 8 occurred 5 times. So this is how we can count the frequency of each element in our array in JavaScript, and there are multiple other ways as well. And one of the other ways is to use an higher order function such as forEach, or we can use reduce as well. And we're going to look at those examples as well. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.